What's going on, YouTube? This is Chris Six here, and I'm coming at you with an album autopsy of one of my all-time favorite Kiss albums, Destroyer. Now, this album was released in 1976, if I'm correct. It was released under the label of Casablanca. The producer was Bob Ezrin, and this album was just 10 tracks of gold. One of my favorite albums of all time, actually. Not just Kiss, but one of my favorite albums of all time. As you can see, I'm getting giddy about this. I mean, I've been waiting to do this one here. But this album, when it was done, it was recorded partially at Electric Lady Studios. And Electric Lady Studios, for some of you that don't know this, that was Jimi Hendrix' studio, and so that's pretty much an honor for Kiss to be recording at Hendrix' studio. Now, this album was considered hard rock and heavy metal, but I guess in '76, I don't even consider it that. I actually have to go with the glam rock, hard rock. Yeah, hard rock would be okay, but it's not heavy metal. You had Judas Priest out at that time producing heavy metal, so you had Sabbath producing heavier stuff than this. It's not really heavy metal in my standards, but I mean, it is a hard rock album. It's a damn good one, though. Now, this album's only 34 minutes long. To be exact, it's 34 minutes and 11 seconds, I think, but it's not particularly a long album. Most albums that I've ever come across are usually around almost about an hour long. This one, to me, is about a Slayer-length album. Kind of quick, short, and to the point. Now, this album is actually Kiss's fourth studio album. They had an album that came out prior to that one also that wasn't a studio album. It was their very first live album, which was recorded just north of me at Detroit, at Cobo Hall, and there was actually one other town that they recorded part of that album in, and then doctored it up a little bit in the studio, give better quality. But that album was actually released right prior to this album, so this is technically Kiss's fifth album, but this is their fourth studio album. This album was also Kiss's first album to make it as a platinum certification. They've had gold before, but this album didn't just make it gold or platinum. It actually got double platinum. So, this was a big thing for Kiss to be able to hit double platinum status on an album when pretty much their first three studio albums kind of was a flop at the time when they come out. They were still underground. People really didn't know who they were. The live album ended up coming out. And when people heard that live experience of what a Kiss show is like, when they could feel that through their stereo speakers, Destroyer hit shelves and people went nuts. They end up buying up that album pretty quick. But by November of '76, that album ended up going double platinum. So it wasn't really long after it come out that it ended up hitting double platinum status. Now, the first track off this album was just Detroit Rock City. And this song is actually supposed to be about a fan on his way to a Kiss concert and ends up dying on the way to the concert, not even getting to make it to the show at all. Now, not sure if the song was really true. There's been speculation that it was true, that it has happened. But awesome song. It jams. The dueling solo between Paul and Ace is impressive. That song right there is kind of what really drew me to this album to begin with. And then the album, like I said, is 10 solid gold hits to me. I mean, every one of them songs is a hit to me off of this album. The next song that we had on the album is King of the Nighttime World, and that song jams. it cuts into the song "God of Thunder." It's like the Van Halen's eruption into "Oh Pretty Woman." Those songs just kind of follow suit. I've actually heard them play it like that on the radio before, where they've played both songs, one right after the other. But "God of Thunder," we end up going into that song as the third track on the album, and that song is just so impressive to see it live. We start off with that song, the original version of it, though. It was actually not even a Gene Simmons sang song. It was a lot slower. It had Paul Stanley singing it. This one's a lot slower. The one that was originally done was a lot faster. And it had Paul Stanley's vocals instead of Gene's. And then they slowed it down, and it just had more of a creepy tone to it. It fit Gene's part very well. But we also had featured vocals of David and Josh Ezrin, which is Bob Ezrin's kids. He got them into the studio that day, and the children that you hear screaming in the background of that song of "God of Thunder," that's actually who it is. That is Bob Ezrin's kids. Now, the next track that's on the album is called "Great Expectations." This track actually features the Brooklyn Boys Choir, and it's a song that Gene's singing, talking about groupies out there in the crowd and seeing what they can do up on the stage and wishing that they were doing that to them. But it is actually a really good song. Hearing the boys choir in the background singing along with Kiss, it like hearing that one and then the other song of off this album, Beth. Just already knowing at that point and moment that at some point in their career they're going to be doing a symphony show with somebody, and then they did that live for the Kiss Symphony, and it was done with the Melbourne Australian Symphony, and it was just an amazing show. It blew my mind. I'll save that for another video because I've got bunches of these Kiss-Story videos that I'm going to be doing. So this is part 2 to the segment, by the way. So if you guys haven't seen the first one, check that one out. That is in the probably the 5th or 6th video I did. I'll see if I can drop a link down below for that in the description. Now, the next 2 songs that I'm going to talk about is "Sweet Pain" and "Flaming Youth." And at this point in the career, Kiss was still the original band members. It still had Ace Peter on guitar and drums, and your usual Paul and Gene. They've never departed from the band, but like I said, there's a bunch of different people that was featured on this album, and one of them ended up playing guitar for Flaming Youth and for Sweet Pain, my pen. And the guy's Dick Wagner. He ended up doing guitar also for Beth. He played the acoustic for Beth on top of that, but we'll get to Beth here in a second. But Sweet Pain was a really good song. Flaming Youth was pretty decent. I liked Sweet Pain a little bit more. But like I said, all these songs to me are hits. I don't have really any issues with them. Now, the next song that's off this album after, I think it's Sweet Pain. Yeah, I think it's Sweet Pain. The song is Shout It Out Loud, which it's another song that's a lot like Rock and Roll All Night. It's another one of those kind of rock anthem type songs, repeating lyrics and stuff. One of those songs that's a great song live, but if you're sitting in a car or you're sitting at home, it's one of those. It's kind of, to me, it's a monotonous song. I think like Rock and Roll All Night. I think I counted. I want to rock and roll all night and party every day. I think I counted that like I don't know, it was like 13 or 14 times throughout the song that it repeated, or better. But this song "Shouted Out Loud" is a lot like that. Kind of repeating chorus, and it's like I said, it's one to get a crowd pumped up for a show. Now, the next song that's on the next song that's on the album is "Beth," and like I said, that's got Dick Wagner doing acoustic guitar on that. And this song is actually one of the few songs that you end up hearing Peter Criss fronting the song. Beyond his solo album, there's a couple other ones that he sings with the band as the front, but his solo album is pretty much the only thing you really get to hear a lot of him on. Same with Ace. They kind of did the same with Ace too. You didn't really get to hear a hell of a lot of Ace on many of the albums except for his solo album. It's mainly been up to Gene and Paul as the vocals. Almost forgot. We also end up having I think it was a New York Philharmonic. They performed during the song "Beth" also, doing the orchestral parts. Now, I said this is 10 songs. Technically, it's 9. If you listen to the vinyl, if you have the vinyl, pull it out and check it. If I'm correct, the last song on that vinyl that is listed is "Do You Love Me?" But there's also a song on there called "Rock and Roll Party." It actually, after "Do You Love Me" is over, I think it's like 15 seconds, 20 seconds or so after the song is over, the song "Rock and Roll Party" kicks in. Now, they considered that a hidden track because they didn't list that. And really, in all actuality, the "Rock and Roll Party" wasn't a song. There was more like chanting, and you can hear the crowd in the background. It was chanting from Paul and some of the people in the crowd. And but I don't really consider that much of a song. It's just kind of a bonus track, hidden track, a little Easter egg track. But actually, in all actuality, I don't even think that was listed on the CD version. Now that I think about it, the first release of the CD version, it might be listed on the I think it's the 2012 remix and remastered Destroyer album. They might have listed it on that because they also have another bonus track of, I think it's "Sweet Pain" with Ace's solo in it on there. So that's also, if you have heard this one and you haven't heard the one with the remix and remastered album, check that one out because, like I said, it's got the extra. It's got the extra "Sweet Pain" on there with Ace's solo in it. So that's something to check out. I don't know if that's on YouTube or not. I didn't listen to that one off of YouTube, so I've got the album. AllMusic gave this album a 4.5 stars, and I think Rolling Stones gave them a 4-star, if I'm correct. But my opinion, this album is as AllMusic says, it's a 4.5-star album. It's hands down, like I said, my all-time favorite Kiss album, and probably one of my all-time favorite albums. I've got a few other ones that are well rated up there. I'll probably end up breaking out one of these times and talking about a few of them. Couple artists that I have all-time favorite albums out of would be like Pantera, Ozzy Osbourne. I've got a couple other ones I'll pull out and talk about later. Rob Zombie, Alice Cooper, but I'll talk about those in another video. We'll get into other albums. I might do "Billion Dollar Babies" by Alice Cooper one of these days next week. So I might possibly post that one up. So, all right. Yeah, that's all I've got. I guess, yeah, that's all I've got. Like I said, check out Destroyer. It's a very good album. Um, I will be back on Monday for Monday Night Raw. We're getting, like I said, in the last couple videos, we're getting really close to the draft date of July 19th. So we'll know where them guys are going. SmackDown will be on Tuesday nights on July 19th. So um, the wrestling schedule will change. Instead of on Thursdays posting up SmackDown, I'll be posting the results on Tuesdays. So if you guys watch that, make your adjustment on your schedules. Check it out on Tuesday night because they'll be both live Monday and Tuesday. So I'll be back with you with another video, possibly either later today or tomorrow. So check back. If you're subscribed, you'll get the notification. If you ain't subscribed, do that. So now hit that red subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Leave your comments down below. I'd like to hear from you guys. Tell me your favorite album from Kiss or your favorite album from another band. If you have any suggestions on bands you'd either like me to check out, listen to, give my review on, like me to do a video of my opinion on a song of theirs, whatever be it, leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys have a YouTube channel, drop your handle down below, your YouTube link. I'll check you out and subscribe to you. Check me out on Facebook, Chris Wilson, Chris6. I love you guys. Peace out. Stay heavy.